I'm back. Well, after much deliberation and argumentation and fudgification, that fender is still pretty bad.
Well, lots and lots of times I'm here working by myself, or Tommy's here working by himself. And this time I'm gonna have to open it all up without Tommy. You know, he's a lazy son of a gun. And hey, Tommy, hey, what are you doing?
What's going on here, guys?
Yeah, well, we're not talking about you, that's for sure. Yeah, this is gonna be a long week. We got a lot to do. Bunch of wiring on this thing. We got a bunch of stuff to do on the Gasser. Like I said before, we're trying to get that 56 Ford pulled out, but it's back in the corner, and we got some digging to do. I might do that this weekend. We got a whole bunch of work ahead of us. Thanks for coming by and spending time with us. Hang on for the ride.
Good morning, everybody. Odd Rod Garage here, and today we're going to make a facsimile of a fender because Ben's fender is a little rough. As you can see, I took it back off again. It's a transparent fender. So we managed to get this part pretty close on his driver fender. We got the big huge dents knocked out of there, but now we're trying to fix this. This would be the driver fender. This part right here, we actually have to bend it back to where this ends over here. Of course, we'll have to re-spot weld it and stuff like that. No biggie. So anyway, yeah, so we got this out. We might deal with that later, but right now I'm trying to get this to where it's fixed.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from...
Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a crease right here, and you know, it's not supposed to be there. So I'm going to continue to work this to where, so it's not like that, to where it's a little more open. And once I get it to start opening a little bit, I'll start working on this, and this should give us somewhat closer to our bottom profile. And again, we're just going to have to keep working, because the bottom of this really took some damage.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Okay, first off, move my phone here. First off, if you look straight down, you look at that profile, it's pretty gradual, right? And then there's a valance there. And granted, it's not attached, but you see this corner right there? It's a little too much of a hard angle. So that needs to get flattened, and obviously when it gets flattened, it'll start trying to meet up to here. Yeah, I was just trying to get that stamping back in there, and you got to remember that we got to spot weld it too. So just keep working on it. Well, after much deliberation and argumentation and fudgification, that fender is still pretty bad. But as you saw this morning, we went ahead and we got this all straight, which was monumental. That was a great success there. We got some of this a little bit flatter. It's ballooned out right here. Anyway, we have the bottom of we have down here mounted. The fenders are adjusted. The door's open. We went ahead and did this down here. There's that. Whoop. But if you look, see that? that whole corner needs to come out about 1 inch. So we're gonna do some old school pulling. We're gonna pull it off with the old gasser right there. I'm gonna chock the truck. I'm gonna chock the gasser. We're gonna latch onto this girl and see how much will come out. All right, so hang on. So we release the pressure, and this surface right here is pretty much the same as over there. So I think that's good. All right, guys. So, yeah. So Ben's truck's coming along. We got the front clip on there. Yay! I think we're gonna get a different grill because the grill that Ben has, it's pretty rectified. And the driver's side bucket is just smashed beyond belief. It's repairable, but anyway. So, we decided to shift gears here, and we're going to put a radiator in it. Ooh. Anyway, but this particular radiator, the petcock is right here, and the radiator is too tall. Too tallo. This radiator is actually configured for this application, but the crossmember, either somebody's changed the crossmember in the front of this frame or something, but it's completely horizontal. It's not. There's no relief in it for the tanks. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the radiator and we're going to step it back 2.5 inches. So, which is a no biggie. We got the brake. We'll break a bracket here, and it'll shoot across there. But the petcock is the problem. So I have my reference holes here. I'm going to take a cutoff wheel and go, and then, and we're going to relieve it from the top and then down to the bottom. And then cut this, and again the round holes will help it for not to crack. I left this there because it is an intricate part of the frame. And at the top, this is where your radiator originally would have mounted, this hole here, but I didn't want to cut that out because then that's a big huge hole. So I went ahead and my next hole's next to it. I'm going to cut that out, and I'm not going to cut this. I'm going to cut it right here. That way, in essence, it's still a cross member. This doesn't have a big huge hole in it, and yeah, it should work out great. All right, watch your eyeballs. So there it is. Here's our new hole. Alright guys, here's the starts of the radiator. Like I said before, we're going to stamp out some C-channel. It's like a spacer that goes the bolts to here and then to the radiator. But see, we can still get to our petcock right there. Alright guys, like I stated before, we still have to make the they're going to be in C channels. They're going to bolt to the core support, and then the back flanges are going to bolt to the radiator. But we'll just set the radiator to see what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. It's dusty. It's been sitting in a parts bin. But so there it is with the radiator in it. Looks pretty cool. So anyway, now that all that is established, we got our striker pan, core support, all the stuff, it's all cinched down. We're going to shift gears here, and I'll show you what we're going to shift gears to. We're going to shift gears to just kidding. Alright, so there is our panels here that go right there, right? Alright guys, now we're going to prep the quarter panel. Then next is drill a hole and cinch that down.
Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Facing all the sleepless nights. Will you find me? Hope you find me.
Just like when you were a little kid, you know, you had to set in the project and pretend like you're driving. We got the same problem right here. Hey, look, we got a bunch of stuff done here. It doesn't look like much, but it's starting to look like the rear end of a car again. Next week, we're going to pull it out. We're going to try next week to have all three projects out laying next to each other and sort of do a hover around so you guys can see what we're talking about and what we're doing. But that takes an entire day of shuffling stuff. I got so much junk on my backyard that we're trying to get rid of. Anyone's interested in anything, you get a hold of me, let me know. We'll sell it for a reasonable price. Don't insult me with a low ball. But anyway, what did we get done this week? Obviously, we got some body panels taken care of.
Yeah, we got both quarters on a 55. We actually made a fender out of Ben's left front fender.
Yeah, there wasn't much left there. It was more like a pretzel that was turned back into a fender. So almost the whole front clip's almost done on that.
Yep. More wiring. It's always more wiring.
Wiring never goes away.
Grill's soon to come, I think.
Yeah. Actually, his grill was bent enough, and we can fix it, but sometimes you look at a situation and say, okay, it'll take 12 hours to repair this, or for 30 bucks I can go buy another one that only has 2 hours worth of repair work to be done to it. And that's what we did. So we're going to do a couple hours repair work on a different grill, and we'll give him his grill back that he can hang on his garage somewhere and make a hanging out of it. So
Couple.
yeah. So anyway, we bought another grill. We're gonna mess with that and get that put together. So we're making progress on the Gasser and Ben's truck, and we finally got the rebuild kit for Brandon's truck, the 454 rebuild kit, but our heads are not back yet, and we are waiting for the cam and springs. But we did get all the re-ring kit, the rings, the rod bearings, main bearings, gasket set. So hopefully next week we'll have enough in that we'll be able to start moving forward on that truck again too. So.
Oh, and a lot of pulling. Right?
Oh yeah, we did
pulled
some
the fender.
pulling.
We had to make the fender, then mount the fender, then pull on the fender some more. And
yeah, we sort of did some backyard engineering on how to get two fenders to come out, and we were going to try and actually pull them both towards each other at the same time, but we chose not to do that. So. Anyway, we're moving forward. We really appreciate you guys coming and visiting with us, and as always, thanks for watching.